and not sort of taking just at face what happened. I mean, even look at what happened here. Rudy Giuliani is saying, even while Trump was telling the voters, I've got nothing to do with Russia, he is having surreptitious interactions about a possible business project in Moscow. The voters didn't know that. In and of itself, that is bad. That is politically damaging. But we're so focused on, will Mueller use this to prove some sort of broad legal conspiracy, some sort of illegal quid pro quo? And I think that might be the strategy here. I mean, Rudy is sort of isolating you on legal questions, trying to use legalese as best he can, and we sort of don't just sort of take things in the moment and say, wow, what Rudy said was so amazing. Voters didn't know that the president of the United States, the now president of the United States, while he was campaigning, was having these discussions about a possible business project in Moscow. In and of itself, to me, that's extraordinary.
Matt makes the perfect point, and I'm sure Ron feels this way. As former campaign operatives, these revelations in the middle of a campaign, I won't say would have been, because we were so wrong about so much in 2016, but should have been lights out, should have been politically devastating. And I don't think we don't revel in the extraordinary nature of what Rudy does often enough. And I don't think there's anything inane about what he does on television. I think he socialized us to the idea that Cohen was running a hush money operation at the president's direction. He socialized that on purpose with Sean Hannity. Yep. He is now socializing us to something else. What do you think it is?
Absolutely. I think he puts out there the facts that he knows are eventually going to come out. We all talk about them, sort of have, outrage about, or shock, sort of surprise about, oh, Giuliani said this, I can't believe he admitted it. And it almost falls more, our surprise and shock falls more about Giuliani admitting it than the underlying act itself. At the end of the day, I think Giuliani probably should be disbarred, frankly, for the amount of lies he's telling on television.
He should get kicked out of the PR Hall of Fame, too, but that's besides the point.
Right. What really matters is what Trump did and is doing and has been doing in the name of the presidency. And I totally agree with Matt. I almost feel like Mueller, in whom I obviously and many have great faith, but the fact of the investigation has almost insulated Trump, because we're all waiting for that final report, the package that's going to tie all these dots together, as opposed to, as you say, reacting to stunning revelations one by one that should be president ending, term ending. They should be really something that we all step back and take a deep breath about, and we don't in some ways because we're waiting for that final report. I think both things are important. One is a legal question. What will Mueller find? I think that there is, and it just increases every day, so many signs, circumstantial and otherwise, pointing to some kind of criminal conspiracy here. What it will be and whether Mueller will feel he has the evidence to say, I can prove this in court, which I think will be his standard whether or not Trump gets charged. I don't know. But I think that from a former prosecutor's point of view, and I'm not alone in this, I see criminal conspiracy. I think the separate and equally, if not more important question, though, is what is this president doing and has done, in a moral way?
We need 7 more hours to answer that question. But thank you, Matt and Mimi, you both blew my mind today. Please come back. After the break, art of the failure to make a deal. Donald Trump showing himself to be all